You'll be seeing it on your screens now. Now this one is just a demo. This is Oceaneers. Essentially, it's a colony builder, but you're actually working a bunch of survivors on a small island and then on a raft to keep them alive and solve a few things. I say a few things because I don't actually know what they're solving yet. I didn't get to that when I tested it, nor do I have a ton of information readily in front of me here. But the little blurb from the store page... Yeah, basically we're going to be uncovering lost float technology from an old world corporations, the main other bit besides what I just said. So if you're into abandoned old technology, good news, we have that here. Let's go and raise that volume up a little bit. I made it a little too low when I was adjusting things before. That should be good. Alright, let's get this going. And of course, comedic little loading messages at the bottom there. So you get a bunch of survivor stories. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you want to look at it, the demo only has this one. But there's even a bunch of them already shown to you. You just don't have access to them in the demo. They represent a variety of difficulty modifiers, and kind of like how like RimWorld or such has like scenarios, I presume that's what these will be too, is they kind of form how your initial layout of things forms and plays out. Before everything went sideways, including the raft, your group lucked into a haul of food and feasted like shipwrecked royalty. Bellies full, you managed a decent night's sleep. There's still some food left, though somebody definitely licked it already. So we start with 3 survivors, everybody's well fed, resolve is high, health is high, survivors have well rested, and we start with a bunch of stuff. We start with specifically Lana, Rook, and Ree. Lana starts with extra seafaring and less farming. So she can't actually get that good at farming, and she grows in farming slower. But she has the force trait Precision Parking. Crumbles don't sink when you hit them while driving a raft. So she'd be good as our raft mover. And you can give them 1 additional trait. Technically more if you take negatives. You get things like hunger depleting slower, experience gaining faster, being better at harvesting and salvaging, an extra equipment slot, can drink polluted water without getting sick, they can punch trees, which harvest it incredibly slowly, and then a bunch of negative versions of more or less most of the same things, aside from a couple can't perform this or that task, which we probably only need 1 person really doing research, so I'm actually going to go ahead and make Lana anti-intellectual, so that they can have steel stomach, and then still pick up 1 other one, which is probably going to be fast learner. Fast learner just seems like a universally good thing, because they'll be able to pick up any other skill I need them to get quicker. And maybe it's just me, but learning things quicker seems like just a universally good idea. We do have 2 navigators, though, so probably don't want 2 people with the same background. You know what? Sure, you'll be the science officer. This way, we have somebody that'll be doing research that likes doing research. And has a very good research speed. That'll make our life easier. Scavenger. It's Debris Whisperer, which has a chance to get extra stuff when scavenging. That just makes sense. Which I may as well just give you Hard Worker, unless I want to... Actually, I can also give you Anti-Intellectual, because again, we're going to have 1 person researching. But do I want to give you extra equipment, or do I want to also give you Steel Stomach? Because then 2 out of 3 of our people will be able to just drink polluted water without needing to worry about it. That seems like it would make our water needs very easy. Yeah, it seems like a good idea. Now for you. We're gonna be focusing on having Rook salvaging things, so you being a salvage snob is fine. So there we go, everybody has steel stomach. So we don't need to worry about clean water at all. And then you'll also be a fast learner. There we go, we've given them all, like, a vague specialization, which is probably going to backfire on me miserably when our research specialist keels over at some point somehow. Which is how these things usually work. Driftwood Haven's fine. We can't actually touch any of these settings because it's the demo, so we'll just worry about that. That's the text again, in case you missed it. Raft wrecked, your story begins. Click to continue. And now we're here. Well, there goes our raft, off to join Davy Jones' locker. We best whip up a new raft and fast. This island might be on its way down too. Yeah, who knows what ancient duct tape float tech contraption this island's got beneath it. Maybe it's class 3, or maybe it's held together with bubblegum and wishes. Either way, let's hope for the best. And now we have control. We zoom in and out, move the map around. Brooke, go ahead and grab those for me. Yeah, it's gonna teach me to do all those things. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you've played something of this type, you understand most of what to do here. Except this is a different thing. This is an extra one. If you hold shift, you can queue them up to do multiple things. And you can also automate tasks with work posts. Have you just start grabbing rocks for me. Basically just have Lana run around and pick up all the random loose crap we've got laying around. We can't dig because we don't have any shovels yet. You go ahead and grab the remaining couple things so she's not running around grabbing everything. And grab the note. That should be everything. Note in the sand. You uncovered a tattered, salt-stained note. Most of it's been claimed by water, time, or very determined seagulls. But a few lines remain. Something about a hatch buried in a sand pile and a warning to keep them out. The author apparently went searching for an access card. Whether they found it or something else found them is anyone's guess. In the corner, a faint scribble catches your eye. C2. You don't need a map to tell you that these are coordinates, but you do need a raft to find out where they lead. These coordinates are only reachable in the full game. In the demo, you can send expeditions to nearby sectors, find the missing part, and uncover the first part of the story. Food is essential to survival. Build a food crate so survivors can access food. Each food resource provides different benefits. You can eat raw ingredients, but as you progress, you'll be able to cook prepared meals with greater benefits. Most food spoils. Cooking food can increase spoilage time. Spoiled food can be useful for composting, but too much waste before you store it will create stinky waste piles. Characters can be selected from the list up there. Buildings you have unlocked or researched will appear on the building bar. Select buildings to place in the world. View resources you collect on the resource bar. View the weather forecast and research progress up there. Pause and change the game speed with those buttons right there. Story objectives, guides, and tutorials are all over there, as you'd expect. And the handbook, which has all of your other information and tutorials, is up there. There you go. So before we let time proceed too far, let me actually change what Rook's doing, because this is salvaging. That's what he's supposed to be doing. You can do the harvesting. And we got dirty water here, so they can drink that, because we have everybody with steel stomachs, so that won't be a problem. We don't have a means of cutting this tree down right now, nor do we have a way of digging up the very obvious blueprint that's sitting here sticking out of the ground. Go about your business. Oh yeah, I forgot to build the crate that the game wanted me to build. You go ahead and build that, because you don't have anything against building. There's things whirring down there. I don't know what that means, but it's probably a problem. You can also kick these items. I don't know if it does anything. When I kicked something in testing, all it did was shift it over slightly. Oh, you can upgrade these things? Biogel coating. Doesn't work in the demo. Never mind. But just keep harvesting all of this. He's getting a lot of stuff out of that. Let's see. Should probably make a campfire. Don't really know if we want it this far down toward the water, but I also don't want it in the middle where they might be running back and forth and end up running into the fire. So I don't know if the pathing in this game is stupid enough to walk into fire yet, and I don't really intend to find out if I can help it. Ah, okay. Sure. What does this allow me to have them do? Oh, it just automates everything. Okay. Sure. I don't entirely understand how that works yet. We'll figure it out in a moment. Ah, yeah, you know, it makes sense you wouldn't be able to build a campfire on a raft. It would kind of end poorly. Expedition station. I want that crafting table, but I need beechwood. How do I get beechwood before I can... I guess you can just harvest these. I thought... Yeah, there we go. They won't do that. Attack the crab. You can't attack the crab without a weapon. Okay. Ah, characters must have jobs enabled in their thingy. Yeah, they take care of their own needs. Go ahead and interrupt tasks to take care of your needs. We'll just have you guys go on autopilot and see how that goes. Once I assign them some stuff to do. How do I... Ah, there we go. Jobs are on. Okay. So they seem to already be set to do all jobs. Ah, there we go. Now they're doing it. It won't be as efficient if other people do the salvaging. I didn't consider that they could swim. I don't know why I assumed they couldn't swim, but I just kind of assumed they couldn't swim. I'm also going to take the other two off salvaging, based on what I was just saying about efficiency. This way, Rook's the only one who does the salvaging. Because it doesn't matter if anybody else does any other tasks, but if anybody else does salvaging, we lose out, so... You two probably shouldn't just chill in the water there, with a shark right there. Okay, it'll migrate in 6 hours. Did we get enough for the crafting table yet? No. I can't help but notice that there's other things around. Are they out of range? They're out of range, yeah. There we go. Getting started. First, we'll need a crafting table to make basic items, gather the required resources, and place it from the building bar. After the building is placed, command a character to construct it. When it's ready, command a character to craft. The crafting queue stays with the building so they can do something else and come back to finish crafting later. New crafting recipes unlock as you discover new resources. You can also research advanced crafting stations, for example a tool bench to craft an axe and other tools. I still don't quite have the resources to do that, though. Cooking food with benefits. Sure, survivors can eat raw food, but cooked food provides more nutrition and improves mood. Cooking extends spoil time, which we were told about already. Find ingredients to learn recipes. The more ingredients you find, the more recipes you'll discover. Some require butchering or processing first. Prepared meals are chef's kiss. Prepared meals grant bonus effects for several hours. Each survivor has one prepared meal slot by default. Okay. I guess since there's nothing other than salvaging within range, they're not going to do much of anything. So let's extend that range and see if they actually get to doing anything else. Yep, now she's off to do something, but she may get eaten by a shark, because I'm assuming she's headed for that berry bush. But thankfully she's on land there, so she should be safe from the shark there. She just needs to not run back when the shark is right there. Oh, we did learn about roasted berries. These at the campfire. We can use some reeds as fuel. This way the campfire is lit. Oh, we could actually... Oh no, we need a grill stone for the roasted island salad. So we can't actually use this at all right now. Because we're lacking the resources to fully make that a thing. We really just kind of have to hope that we get everything we need from the salvage, I guess, to make the crafting table. Since the only other thing that would get us that... Ooh, there's a science cube. Oh, the island sank. The shark is losing his mind. But he didn't hit her, so I'm gonna assume that's fine. I would love to examine that science thing, but not with those sharks sitting there. They migrate in 2 hours, so we can just wait. We will get what we need out of that. Okay, this salvage to get from the crates, too. For some reason, I thought, like, opening the crates wouldn't be salvage. Yeah, this is not as efficient as I would have liked it to be. He's setting it up this way. But, you know. It is what it is. We'll soon have work for other people to do with the crafting table built. You can't work together, huh? Y'all do not have this whole spirit of cooperation thing, huh? Day 2 begins. Weather outlook, light rain. And fuel costs are doubled. Everybody's resolve is up, no spoiled food. And the game seems to save daily, so that's good. Sharks have left, so... Go examine that. Like, there's a shark over there, but he's not near this, so I'm going to assume it's fine to have her go examine that. And since they'll automatically take care of their needs, I don't need to stress over that too much. Let's see, coconut shovel... That's the only thing we can really make at the moment, so go ahead and make one of those. We can make ropes. Which, yeah, I'm assuming once I have ropes, I need to... I'll have what I need to be able to make other things happen. There we go, now we got people actually doing stuff. Why are you sitting in the water, you idiot? Get out of the water. Self-preservation doesn't seem to be their modus operandi. Which that's pretty par for the course for colony builders. That's part of the fun usually. Yes, I know how tools work. I guess you go ahead and grab the shovel, Mark? You start digging. Actually, dig this out first. Don't dig where the whirring is happening immediately. That just seems like a silly idea. But since we have no research to do, it makes sense to have her just do whatever else. You pry open the science capsule. That unmistakable scent of corporate blue slaps your brain pan like a wet cod. It's a new blueprint fragment. We gain the research table. Whoa, a float tech blueprint? Now that's a rare find. They're real? I thought they were just a myth. The corporation worked on some really strange projects. This could improve our survival chances, though. Let's get it built and see what it does. It's a table. I don't see why this is such a shocking concept to you. You can now build a research table, unlock new buildings to improve productivity, and expand your colony. Research tasks use the science skill. Advanced research requires a higher skill and an upgrade research table. Science, the key to success, is mandated by Float Tech Corp. Can I actually make it, though, is a better question. The answer is no, I need 2 ropes for it. Good news, I'm already working towards having rope, so that'll work out perfectly. And it also uses the bottles, which we already have. There goes some seagulls, but they're fine. Brooke is getting real tired. A clean water source is essential for survival. We'll research and build a solar still to produce clean water. Or just let everybody drink bad water because they can. The solar still is a primitive device. Survivors fill it up, then wait for clean, drinkable water. Some gadgets, like the rain collector, don't need filling, but they do require rain. Survivors can drink from water producers, but if you want to use that water for cooking, cargo, or provisions, you'll need to research and build water barrels. Once you've got water storage, you can collect water from water producers like the solar still. Very good. You're getting thirsty, so go drink some bad water, because you can do that thanks to your steel stomach. See? Perfectly fine. I assume they'll automatically do that if they absolutely need to, since they were given the go-ahead to do that. What are you working on now? Okay, you're up to that point. Queue up the ropes next, and we'll queue up a plank to see what gets unlocked by that. Because once that's all done, that'll allow us to get the research bench, which will give you a job, and then everybody will be happy. So you should probably keep digging, see if you find anything else while we wait. Yes, I know you're upset about drinking. Go drink something stupid. I kind of assumed once they went down to the red, they would, you know, do the interrupt that they're supposed to, but I guess they wait for their meter to empty completely before they interrupt their tasks. I kind of assumed an empty meter would, you know, hurt them, so I was trying to prevent that. Lana learns the hard way that machinery and loose clothing don't mix while crafting a wood plank. So she can get a work injury, or we throw away the thing to save her the injury. We'll go ahead and let the resources go there. Rook is exhausted. Come on back, Rook. You probably shouldn't pass out while swimming. That might end poorly. I think it's safe to say that if you pass out, you'll pass on. Get that rock. No. You stop working for the moment until I can figure out what to do about the whole you being exhausted thing. Maybe this will tell me how to tell them to sleep. Character energy depletes over time. Some tasks will deplete energy faster. When a character is tired, they will move and work slower. Characters that are idle won't use much energy. You can also relax at a campfire to conserve energy. Build a bed and sleep to recover energy. Gain more energy from sleeping at night. Some traits may change this. Alright. Go relax at the campfire, bud. There we go. Research. Nice research table. It's science time. Choose a research topic from the research table. Researching takes time, so choose wisely. Your colony's future might just depend on it. Assign a character to the research station to progress. Some research topics require advanced research. Only characters with a high enough science skill can tackle those. Research progress is shown at the top bar. You can also click it to change the research topic. Some research topics are unlocked with blueprint fragments. Send expeditions and explore to find them. Now you need a fire to properly relax, huh? Okay. There you go. That should help those two chill out for a bit. Click any research topic to make it active. Survivors working at a research table will progress this topic. Scroll the research sections by dragging, scrolling, or using the scroll bar. Jump to any research section with the sections button. Everything without a lock can be researched and built in the demo. Special topics unlock upgrades for buildings. Some topics require advanced research as well as basic research. Upgrade your research table to perform advanced research. Right, we already have the expedition station. Scout canoe is how we do that. Where is bed? There's bed. We apparently already know how to make beds, but I didn't see them anywhere in the listings, so that's something. We'll figure that out in a moment then. We already know about a paddle. We'll need a raft dock, I presume. Fish trap wouldn't be a bad idea. We also would want the tool bench, though, so we can make an axe to cut down the trees to get our own wood, so we stop having to rely on salvage entirely. Okay, yeah, he's getting some energy back. Should probably get some water, though, bud. You are very thirsty. Yes, replay tutorials, that's fine. I'm assuming they could try to get those seagulls, but they would fail right now, so I'm not gonna make them attempt that. So am I just blind and I didn't see the bed? Oh, yeah. It's right there. We need one more fancy leaf and a rope to make a bed. So I need to make a plant thing. Wait. No, I need palm fronds specifically for the bed, so I actually used up too many palm fronds making plant fiber. See? So that could be a problem. I can get it from that driftweed patch over there, though. No, that gets me driftweed and plant fiber, not palm fronds. Uh-oh. Oh, there's a seagull nest over there that I could raid, though. Go harvest that seagull nest. Go get me what I need. I know everybody's exhausted and they're gonna have an awful time trying to accomplish this, but I don't have much choice. So it would appear that there's no, like, sleep on the ground option to try to solve our problems. Hopefully she'll get a palm frond or two from that pretty quickly. There we go, that's one palm frond. Okay, we just need that rope done now. You, make the rope. Wait, no. No. Wait, yes, no, he's doing the thing he needs to. Never mind, we're fine. Make the rope we need to make the bed. This way everybody can stop being exhausted. I'm kind of surprised the seagulls aren't attacking her for taking apart their nest. I kind of expected that to happen, which is part of why I sent her specifically there, because I thought it'd be funny if she got attacked by seagulls. They're just chilling. They're just flying by like, oh, hey, there goes our nest. Oh, that's a shame. Seems slightly odd, but we'll go with it. Bed. Build bed. You should be very motivated to build bed. You get back out of the water in case a shark appears there. Oh, actually no, go grab the beach wood for us since you're out there already anyway. And presumably the jellyfish won't, like, actively attack her unless she goes into the mist of the jellyfish. Come on, quickly before the jellyfish do decide to make a liar out of me. You can take care of your own food needs. I believe in you. But I guess maybe I actually have to tell them to eat specific things. Go ahead and have a coconut. Spotted some sharks and too scared to swim? Resources won't gather themselves. Early on, you'll need to brave the ocean and scavenge what you can. Figured that out already. Yes, this means getting your feet wet. You'll need to send survivors swimming to scavenge floating resources. Don't worry, if you survive long enough to build a raft, it'll almost be smooth sailing. Love that. Why'd I hear so much splashing? Oh, more stuff is appearing. Okay. Yep, she's gonna go to sleep first, huh? Okay. He built the bed, now somebody else took it. Isn't that just the way? Automated wood splitter would be nice. But I think... maybe. Let's go ahead and get that solar still, because we are going to need it for cooking, even though they can drink the bad water. There's also only so much water in the dirty water pool anyway. So it's not like we can use that forever, you know? Go ahead and craft a few more ropes. Because those are going to be used for a bunch of things, I'm sure. I already have a campfire. I am going to need more beds as well. Because presumably we're not going to want everybody taking turns sleeping. Because at some point they're all going to be tired at the same time again. Day 3 begins. No rain or anything. Okay temperatures, no spoilage, everybody's resolves going up. I assume something really bad has to happen for their resolve to go down. Or they have to be here for like a long time. The starter guide is telling me to kick a tree. I assume that gets you coconuts if you kick trees. So we'll do that here soon as well. Just mostly waiting for Lana to wake up before I have her start running around doing stuff. Because I'll have somebody else go sleep as soon as she gets up. This way we can move things along faster. We do have everything we need for the tool bench, though, so let's go ahead and get that queued up. Yeah, you go eat. That's fine. We may as well just speed this up, because they have everything they need. So they should be able to do all their work autonomously for a while. Yeah, you go to bed now, Rook, because you've been exhausted the longest, because you did the hardest work. Swimming out there and salvaging everything. I do like, though, that they'll just pick up tasks. They don't need to be told to do everything. So this is a self-solving situation for the most part here. As long as they don't end up, like, being told not to do something and then they're the only one who can do it. Go eat, stupid. You can have one of those and one of those. There you go. Go eat. She was the only one who actually popped up with the starving prompt proper. Wow, that did not fill her food bar nearly as much as the coconut did for everybody else. Even though she ate multiple things. Really looked like that mathed out, but I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. Once he's done resting, though, she'll take a turn to rest, and then we'll go from there. Go kick the tree. Ooh. Oh, we get palm leaves this way, too. Well, that makes my life easier. Wish I had learned that sooner, but you know what? It's fine. What do I need to make an axe? We have everything we need to make an axe, so you know what? Get an axe on the go. Somebody, anybody, make an axe. In fact, you, make an axe. Actually, yeah, go ahead and make some belts. Make a belt for everybody. This way everybody has an extra equipment slot. Because that'll make our lives easier. Or in the future, almost certainly. Because we can make anything else we need. So admittedly, this island does have a limitation in that there's only a couple trees on it. So as soon as I chop those down, we're going to be back to relying on salvage. Which there's still plenty of salvage to be had, too, now that we're not in the everybody's passing out loop anymore. Lena has leveled up her crafting. Hooray! Hope she's looking forward to cutting down some trees, because that's gonna be her job now. Oh, the reeds grew back at least, so that's helpful. Wow, even at full speed with a tool, cutting down the trees is not fast. But that's to be expected. It is a tree we're cutting down. It's not like you're just knocking down a little bit of scrub grass or something. It is a full-grown palm tree she's trying to cut down with a piece of stone on a stick. Yeah, she should get enough rest by the time she's in any actual problem there. How do I give you belt? Character sheet? Character sheet. Give everybody a tool belt. Wait, I thought we made 3 belts. Oh, he's not done with the 3rd belt yet. Right. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, and the trees will grow back. Sweet. Okay, we don't have to worry about that either, then. Eat, you fool. You haven't gotten much to eat, so eat 2 coconuts. Gorge yourself on coconut. Which the coconuts also give thirst back, so... I guess it's not that big a deal to... Oh wow, even with 10 each, those are not giving much. Why did everybody else end up with so much? They must have ate a lot. Well, it's fine. So what else can I make in here? Hatch kits, machine parts, paddle blades, pickaxes, shovels, spears. You can take apart anything you can make as far as the tools go. Okay. I don't really need a second axe right now. The upgrades make for primitive farming and primitive engineering. What does primitive engineering even do, though? I guess it just makes you produce things faster. You should be researching. I don't know why you're over here harvesting. You do the harvesting instead, so you have something to do. I could have him go swim out there and salvage. And actually, yeah, while the sharks are away, we'll do the salvaging instead, bud. I want you to go grab all this salvage. Once she's done cutting down the trees, she can go grab the reeds. So she's wearing herself out cutting those trees down, which is no surprise. Cutting a tree down is not an easy task. Okay, solar still's done. We could get the water barrel right now. That might be the best choice to get. A scout canoe wouldn't be bad either, but we can probably do early expeditions with just the raft. I don't think we need the thing. I love how their first means of cooking other than a campfire is a food smasher. Just bashes food together. You know what? Sure. We'll research the food smasher next, because I want to know what it actually means when it says it smashes the food together. Actually, you specifically have the only shovel, so how about you dig that stuff up for me? I may want spears before I dig these 2 up with the weird whirring noises and such coming from them. Since there was apparently something that was going to get people if it didn't stop them. Get some raft planks made here in a second. No, it wasn't rope I needed, it was... Oh no, it is rope I need now. So we'll be able to make a second bed. Won't be able to make multiple beds, but at least they'll make a other bed. Lana's starving because she's in the middle of sleeping. She'll be fine. I'm sure we've all had a night where we were sleeping and got hungry in the middle of the night and had to make the decision between, well, do I get up or do I just wait it out? Why is everybody getting so hungry? There's food. Eat the food, damn it. Oh yeah, actually you can see the impact it'll have on the meter. Eat a bunch of reeds. You're gonna hate life, but eat them anyway. Oh, and the berry's spoiled. Sad. You wake up and eat, because you're just apparently having an awful time. You earned the eggs, so you eat 2 of the eggs, and then you can eat some of these as well. There you go. And then somebody, when you have time, build the other bed. Some jellyfish down south. I'm just gonna... Well, no. Go sleep, you stupid boy. Oh, no. Drink first, then sleep. Because you are also going to die of dehydration if you keep up. What the hell's he doing? I told him to go drink. Why did he cancel? You know what? He'll figure it out. If he wants to go do his own thing, he can figure it out on his own then. I'm not going to save him from himself. If he wants to be stupid, he can go ahead and be stupid. He can, in fact, dare to be stupid. Go ahead and make a couple raft planks. And she'll probably be the one I send off on an expedition. It's either her or Rook. Rook might be the better choice, even though Lana's the navigator. His Rook will be able to actually scavenge effectively. I don't know how that works still. We didn't research a toilet, so I don't really know how to solve the needs to go problem right now. You're just gonna need to shit yourself right now, Ree. I don't know how to help you. Let's see. I guess the hit of dehydration he took made him be less able to handle things there. I didn't have a couple berries, bud. You're a bit hungry. We do have enough to make an egg on a stick and to roast some berries. There you go, cook that stuff while you've got nothing better to do. I know you're soiled and unhappy. At least you don't have to shit anymore. You'll get over it. Once you have the food smasher, everybody will be happier. And now we just need a bunch of ropes to make the basic raft, and then somebody can go sailing. You take over her crafting job, since you've got nothing better to do right now. Since you're apparently gonna work yourself half to death, like most researchers would, go fucking sleep. Actually, before you carry on too far, those do actually help a lot, huh? You did all the work for that, so you get the egg on a stick. Well, you didn't go get the egg, but you cooked it, so good enough. And I've been putting you through the ringer here, bud, so I will give you a reward for accepting the way life has been. Yes, someone else is doing that. Oh, you can tame crabs. Neat. I'm gonna take away your shovel. Give it to you. You'll go ahead and dig this up here in a minute. Can we make a spear? A sharpened stone, and I seem to not be able to make sharpened stones. So that's a problem. So you know what? You're just gonna have to make do without weapons if these end up spitting a bunch of angry robots at us or something. Get to it. Let it all just work itself out as best it can. Yeah, this seems like a very competent little colony builder so far. It's got all the automation it needs. I do hope that it'll expand out more as it goes. Because, like, obviously, it's not super deep at the moment. Even if we just look at all the research that there is. But obviously this is just a demo, so I'm sure the research amount will proceed further to the right later. Which, for being a demo, there's a good amount available to us already. And we haven't even seen what the expeditions are going to look like yet. So we're almost there. We just need 2 more ropes, and then we can make the raft into a reality. For some reason, thought I only needed 2. She's gonna go make her own food choices. We've almost got the food smasher, though. Ooh, wait. Yeah, the food smasher's gonna need advanced research, though. I just realized that. For some reason, even though it told me it was gonna need both, I thought it was an either or. Like, you need more regular research, or like a higher equivalent amount in worse research. Thankfully, I assume, yeah, it'll keep the progress. So let's get basic toilets done so they stop having to shit themselves, and then we'll go from there then. Because we need to go get blueprint pieces, it looks like, to get our research to be better at the moment, so. But we can open the hatch. The hatch opening might be fun. Go ahead and dig out the other thing, though. Whatever the other thing is. You will build the raft. And hopefully we don't need the raft dock for the raft to not just float away immediately. It would be funny if the raft just off into the distance, never to be seen again. Sure, Sea Warden's fine. Right-click the engine or paddle to drive the raft. Raft can be used for both at your home colony and while out on expeditions. Left-click the base of the raft to select it, not the character. Right-click to move the selected raft. You can also steer using the keyboard arrow keys. Larger rafts have more cargo space for expeditions. Raft speed depends on size, engines, and drivers. Multiple survivors can drive the raft. You can build a bigger raft. Dock your raft at a raft dock to expand it and add buildings. Oh, okay, so the dock is for modifying the raft. Okay, that makes sense. The raft modifying is the thing I saw the screenshots of in the Lurkit page for it. Well, we lost a reed, but that's fine. Lana's resolve did not go up. She is too upset about having recently shit herself to have her resolve improve. And that's fine. What the? Some kind of advanced device. This sure is a strange island. You're right, something feels off. I haven't felt a single rumble or shake. Now that you mention it, neither have I. Let's check this device out and figure out what the seagull-loving heck's going on. Float regulator Mark 5. Let's see, Class X unsinkable. Island beauty, bit of a mess. Okay, so this just tells you the entire stat line of what's going on here. We do have a research enhancer module, so that's convenient. It's got a damaged plumbing system, an uninstalled terraforming system, electrical system, a depleted filter in the vent system. Got all kinds of good stuff. There's a gas leak detected down below, and the basement is flooded. Yikes. It's got a Nautilus colony engine, though. Hang on. Dang thing must be broken. Did you try turning it off and on again? There'd be no fancy buttons on this gadget. Hold up, the device is working. This island's held up by a Class X float tech. No way, luckiest raft wreck ever. So this island is unsinkable. That's amazing, but it's tiny. We've got our work cut out for us to turn this into a thriving colony. No time to waste. Let's build a raft and explore nearby sectors. We'll need every scrap of resource we can find. What an incredible find. You've stumbled upon a hidden gem in this waterlogged world. It's almost enough to make you want to return those soggy raft boots for good. Almost. Thanks, Float Tech Corporation. But hold on to your coconuts. Even though it's unsinkable, this island is tiny, and your survivors have needs that won't fit in your back pocket. Still, we've got a chance, albeit a wee one. Send your crew on expeditions, ground up some booty, and who knows, maybe we'll uncover some float tech wizardry to expand our slice of paradise into a haven for even more survivors. Good luck. I don't want to open the hatch yet. Opening the hatch seems like a bad call. You go ahead and take a nap, and then I'm probably going to send you out on an expedition. Because again, he's the salvager, so it makes as much sense to send him on the expedition as it would to send Lana, who would be better at driving the boat. I guess I could send both. It's not like this place gets attacked or anything, as far as we know. And Rhea can just sit there and research till her brain falls out of her ass. So go ahead and get on the boat. You will drive the raft. Yes, you're starving. We'll eat some coconuts. Though we do admittedly have a ever-approaching food shortage as well, so all the more reason to go on an expedition sooner rather than later to hopefully find some food. Because these reeds are not growing fast enough. So there is some loot to be had over there, too. Not enough, though. Not enough to be worth it. On the boat you go. Oh, wait, no, I need an expedition station before I can actually send them off on an expedition. I'm a silly man. Well, fine. We'll do it this way. We'll have them work as a team to scavenge things. Right, I did forget that I put him on manual control. That's why he's been idling as much as he has. I need 3 planks and 2 ropes to make the thing. 1, 2, 3. Just go ahead and make as many of those as you can at this rate. And what do I need for the turlet? Oh, things I mostly just used up. Yikes. On the boat you go. Boat over there. This way we can go collect this stuff. This definitely does make their harvesting out here faster, because he doesn't need to swim all the way out here. It would be more efficient to have one person sail out, gather things, and then get in the boat themselves rather than having somebody chauffeur it around, but it's not like she has anything to do. based on the way our island is right now. So now they also have nothing to use the raft for, so come on. All ashore who's going ashore. You're getting tired, so go ahead and go to bed. You take over doing that. Is there anything you can cook right now? No, there isn't. I used up all my coconuts, but then again, we didn't have the grill anyway. You know what? Examine the hatch. Oh. It's all kinds of screwed up. We need to insert a thingy that we don't have. Guess we're not getting in there right now anyway. Gonna get you some water. Brooke's gonna be the next one in the poop himself club. We can't really do much else to expedite this process at the moment. I could have made a second crafting table and that would have expedited the process, but as it stands, this is what we got to work with. Yeah, he's just grumpy. He's not actually exhausted at all. He's getting a bit hungry. He's got the energy to be working pretty well. You go ahead and rest up while everybody else is doing what they're doing. Yeah, now we're updated to needing a fuse for the hatch. We do have access to the solar still, I just didn't build it because, like I said, I gave everybody steel stomachs, so... We're a little bit of an aberration as far as that goes. Crab. Oh yeah, you can tame the seagulls, too. Not really sure why you would, but, you know, you can. If ever just like kick the waste away from there. Just get it away from here. Okay, good. You can just kick things off the island. I was kind of hoping that was gonna be the case. He'll take over for him as far as making the rope goes. This way he can eat, rest, and everything in reasonable peace. And then once that other rope's done, the expedition station can be made, and then we can finally actually send people out to do stuff. Okay, good, you're already on it. I do really think that people should be allowed to work together to construct things faster, especially when you have people just kind of idling around. Oh, there was a spot to shovel. That wasn't there before, was it? Or was I just not paying attention because there was a tree near it? I was like, oh yeah, that's part of the tree. With an expedition station, you can access the map for scouting and expeditions. Open it from the station. Your home colony is in the middle of a world region. Each region is divided into sectors using coordinates. Click on a sector for more details. First, send scouts to explore the sector. They'll reveal any points of interest, maybe even a good spot to send an expedition. You'll need to have researched and built at least one scout canoe before you can send any scouts. Oh, god damn it. They keep moving the goalposts on me. I don't appreciate it. Like, we were advised to make the scout canoe, but I kind of figured that was just a way to do better. Not that that was the only way to scout. So can I even do anything with this then? Yeah, because all of these are scouting required.
Hello there.
Hey Sage, how's it going? And all of this is unreachable in the demo, so we only have the 4 tiles immediately around us. But we have to scout it first. Can't just send people off to potentially die, I guess. Yeah, welcome home. Glad it's at least going okay. This lot here certainly isn't going home anytime soon. Oh, I guess this is their home now. Hey, everybody's a little happier now. Hooray. Now we have another shark. That's what we wanted. So far, so good. Just covering a couple old games I was given keys for. We already went through the first game, which was Stygian Outer Gods. Got through that pretty well, aside from a little bit of tech issue. And now we're just wrapping things up more or less with Oceaneers. Probably be going for another, like, hour or so, and then I'll pack it in for the day. This whole lot is getting real hungry, though, and I can't send them off to go get food, because we can't actually leave here. Oh, we can get the driftweed, though. Driftweed will work. Get in the raft, go get the driftweed.
Hello there.
Hey, Callista, how's it going? I should have sent Rook with her. He can swim. Thank you. I wasn't sure if it was going to completely work, because it is just a simple bit of green in the back there, and then a slightly different chat box. But I think it works better than the scroll did. Because the scroll, like I had said on Blue Sky, just really didn't translate very well. It just kind of was there. Okay, they'll get a decent bit out of this. Grab that one as well. You're suffering while you're working, but that's fine. You've managed to get us the canoe. Oh, I need a paddle blade for it. I wondered why paddle blades were gonna matter. Well, if you're starving, don't go harvest. Eat, damn it. These silly people. Can I, like, set better thresholds for this? No, because the only way I have them set to the best threshold that they can have for that right now. I mean, the resolve is high still, at least. But they'd spend a lot less time starving and angry if they would just do what they need to do before they get to that point, when all the tools to do so are available to them. Like, when the option for them to automate doing that is available, you would think that they would be better at handling that. Because at that point, what's the point of automating it if they're going to do a worse job than if I was managing them? Oh, I should not have had you drink that water. Uh-oh. She's gonna get dehydrated. That's a shame. So there's not really anything I can do about that right now. 4 rope, 1 paddle blade. I think I can make a paddle blade, can't I? No, I need a plank first. Oh yeah, and it actually had a very similar set of, like, funny little loading messages as it was loading up as well. The only thing missing is instruments to replace speaking. We haven't had a rain in a little bit, so that's why we don't have water. So that was a slightly poorly thought out part for me, but at the same time, the solar still wouldn't have solved that anyway. And there's the link to check out the game if you're interested. That just popped up in the chat there from the bot. Rhea's losing health. That's not great. Fortunately, there's nothing I can do about that currently. We need to wait for the day to change. Wait, do we have any coconuts? We do not have any coconuts. But apparently these will sort thirst out a bit, so that'll keep her from dying. She can also eat the berry to help out with that a bit. You would think they would just automatically go eat something that would restore thirst, rather than getting the dehydrated debuff constantly as well. But again, it's a demo. They haven't fully fleshed out all the intelligence, I would presume. Rook is being attacked by a crab. The crab just snipped at him and then wandered off. And you're not allowed to attack it without a weapon, so just let... chunk. Okay, so... somebody make a paddle blade. What else do I need for the raft? Where's the raft again? Where? 4 ropes. I'm gonna need more beech wood, which we can't get conveniently. I need to go scavenging, which there's nothing to scavenge right now. So we're gonna be a little bit stuck for a moment here because I did things in a bad order. I don't know why he walked over here. Oh, the crab is why the dirt piles are happening, it seems. Because the crab was standing over there and then a dirt pile happened. Interesting. I'm slowly understanding how things work here. Okay, you've made the paddle blade that I wanted. Need you to make more rope. That's gonna need more palm fronds, which we don't have until the... You know, because you make 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you can make all we need. Cancel that then. Unless that was accounting for the one I told him to make, which could be true. And would be a problem. We still don't have the beech wood either way, though. You are dehydrated once again. So, have some more reeds. I know your food's gonna be full now, but just, like, bear with it. We really need to hope that the next day it rains. Or we're gonna be in trouble. I cannot keep them alive this way for much longer. It's raining, thank God. Everything is fine. We just need to wait for the water to actually refill there now. It is only a light rain, so it's not gonna be, like, fast. But it should be enough to stave the dehydration off. Assuming it fills at all during this day. If we had a means of desalinating the water, we could just do that, but unfortunately that doesn't seem to be an option here. Get you just a little bit more thirst in the hopes that that holds you. We are having to eat so much of our food supply just to keep her from dehydrating out. Which, as you might imagine, is kind of a complication. We need the beechwood still. Don't have a means of getting it. There's no salvage appeared. So what are you supposed to do in a scenario like that? Did they even consider that? It's like, you need to generate a lot of resources in order to be able to send off an expedition to then get more resources. This seems like it was only partially thought through. Unless I can dig these up. I can. Okay, I'll have to lose one of these. Oh, never mind, I can't do that because I don't have a strong enough shovel. A coconut shovel's not good enough for that. There's water. Drink. Okay, you're good for now. You're gonna soil yourself again, but you'll just have to live with that. It's better than everything else you've been dealing with. There's one beechwood from the sand pile. Our biggest problem is we just don't have enough beechwood. And even if I hadn't made that one more plank, we still wouldn't have had enough. The one too many raft planks I made was an issue. But if it's that close to the wire at the beginning here, that's not ideal. I don't know if you want it to be that tight. Then again, it also may be random to a certain degree, though. I think the 3 trees are standard. I think you get the 3 trees every time. Is in the couple moment test thing I did, I want to say I saw 3 trees there too. Get this off. Okay, guess I'm not getting that off my island because it's now behind the crafting table. We're just gonna pretend it's not there then. It's fine. You're wore out, so you just go ahead and sleep. You're all going through it in one way or another. You've got less thirst left, so you take that first. And keep digging in the hopes that you get enough beechwood to fix this. We can save this still. It's just gonna be a little rough. For those wondering that came in later on, this work post means that they'll do anything in this circle automatically. So apparently digging is not one of those things they'll do automatically. Like, they'll do basically anything else but that, apparently. It may just not be on by default in their character sheet. No, I just don't see a listing for it. Weird. Oh well. God damn it. I misclicked. You may as well research something else while we're waiting for things to happen. Butcher block would have been good, but we don't have a use for that at the moment. Okay, so we need cooking 1 for the grill stone. Go ahead and get cooking 1 then, because if we can get the grill stone, that'll allow us to use resources more effectively as far as cooking goes. Because that will allow us to make the roasted island salad, which is so much better. And since it's a prepared meal, it also reduces their depletion rate. So this would have been huge to get earlier when we still had coconuts, but the trees will grow back eventually. Like, they're halfway done growing back, so it shouldn't be the worst thing. And again, hopefully when they go scout out an area, they'll find all this stuff we need. We just need 3 more beechwood, and then we can finally do that. I think the seagull ate some of my stuff. Shoo the seagull away. Just kick the seagull in the face. And now it's her turn to be super thirsty, but the water has not filled up yet, so she's just gonna have to live with that for the moment. A great time for some stuff to appear, game. Just saying. Just saying. Like, there's some seaweed out here, but that doesn't really help us at all. We have a lot of that already. Well, we don't have a lot of it, but it makes people thirsty, so it would be the opposite of helpful the second. Like, I feel like the tutorialization here might be a little bit better if they tell you to build the scout canoe before you get told to build the raft. The problem there is, it doesn't make sense to do it that way either. Because if they tell you to build the scout canoe first, it's like, well, then they won't be able to use the raft to go get the stuff that's already around your own section here. Which they can swim to that, so it's not like the biggest deal. Oh, it's boat time again. Especially since there's a shark nearby where this stuff is. Oh, you are like fucked on so many levels though. Get you some eat and drink first, and then we'll send you out there to do the job. I should have had her eat the driftweed first before having her drink, though. Because this way around, she ends up losing water. And I'm assuming you probably couldn't go into negative water from the food. Okay, now she's in decent shape, so she can go drive the raft. So work in this area. Oh wait, yeah, that's... I'm stupid. Well, stupid may be an inaccurate statement there, but... I didn't even consider that there's more territory out here. Because it doesn't really make it clear that there's stuff in the Fog of War out here. This at least solves all of our problems then. And I had people just idling around because I had no idea that there was more in our vicinity here. Because I had no idea how big the individual cells are. Or, you know? Which, to be fair, why would I know? I went into this completely blind information-wise. Go ahead and get some fish traps, because that will also solve a lot of problems. Get back to work. Okay, we can make the scout canoe, so that problem's solved. We're gonna go over there for that container, though, before we come back, because there might be food in here. Case in point, he's starving. I really should have tested going out here further at some point, though. That is entirely on me. Or at the very least, like, I should have tried scrolling the screen further out. But I was so focused on all the things I was having them do. Okay, that's just some beech wood. Let's grab that and then I'll have them come back. Because we did get some grilled fish, which will actually help a ton. I'll set the scout canoe up to be built. This way I can't waste all the beech wood again before the scout canoe gets built. On the boat. Come on, let's go. Got a lot to get done. And Rhea's sleeping on the job. You can have one of the grilled fish you found, one of those, and one of those. Gonna make you a bit thirsty, but you'll be okay. You're gonna be the other one who gets to eat the grilled fish, since you were the other half of the team that went out to get that. And we'll leave the reeds for Rhea to eat, because that'll keep her from dehydrating. Yeah, you go ahead and build the scout canoe. We'll probably have Lana go out in the scout canoe, because she's the navigator. So you go ahead and take a nap. Because you have nothing better to do at this exact second. Yeah, I know, you're thirsty. It'll be okay. There we go. It's time to start scouting. Open the map and select a sector to scout. Pick your scout, vessel, and provisions. Once dispatched, your scout will journey to the sector, explore for a while, then report back their findings. Okay, so they need provisions as well. You know what we don't have? Provisions. This could just be problems upon problems, huh? I may have genuinely scuppered this just because I was just letting them do their thing. Seven hours, arrive on day 8. Exploration time 5 hours. At least it's not going to take days like I was worried it would. Required food 28, water 14. Well, we certainly don't have that. So we're not going out yet. Because I think it won't even let me send her out without provisions. I presume would be treated as she would just fucking die. This is all a very grand inconvenience to me. We were doing so well on food and everything, and then I just let that whole thing slide out of control, apparently. Really should have made that solar still. I was so overconfident about the steel stomach plan. I was like, oh yeah, they'll be able to just drink dirty water. I won't need to worry about water mechanics at all until I figure out everything else. Boy, was I wrong. Okay, fish traps are now an option. How do I make fish trap? Just 2 rope. Okay, that's not bad. So, it says it needs to be placed near fish circles, and I'm not really seeing those. That could be a whole other problem. Okay, you've slept enough. Wakey, wakey. Let's go see if we can find some more food and such to keep this colony alive. I'm gonna keep clawing them back from the brink of disaster here. Admittedly, disaster created by my hand, but you know. Ah, there's reeds again. Very good. That won't help. Like, I'm genuinely just gonna look for food boxes out here right now. Yeah, I know. You're dehydrated. Grab some of those so you're not dehydrated anymore. It'll buy you some time. Oh, I missed a food box up there. I'll have them come back for that in a second. There's one. Target sighted. Go get it. You move the raft up while he's swimming to it. What the? There's someone swimming over there. Of course, you know, that's what I need right now, isn't it? Another mouth to feed. But at the same time, go look into that. Another body might get work done faster. A scrawny survivor clings to a chunk of driftwood, eyeing your supplies like a seagull to a sandwich. My last group didn't believe in sharing, they mutter, or rationing, or planning. Turns out you can't survive on hope. Ah, so I can't actually bring him on side anyway, because I don't have anything. You keep on swimming. You got this, bud. They'll be okay. Just keep swimming. You don't get any water from that, so just eat more of those. There is some water in the pool now, but we're gonna need that for the work crew. Wait, what's that? It looks like islands. Aww. Copper deposit, beechwood, stone, stone. Yep, stop. Over there. Yeah, I know, you're starving, you're dying, everyone's sad. You'll be okay. It's a shame that he can't just eat the coconut when he picks it up. He's gotta bring it home somehow and then eat it. Yeah, I know, you're all very upset right now. You're all having an awful time. It'll be okay in a minute here. The situation is going to improve, I promise. Yep, the island's gonna start sinking. Just get the hell out of there. I would have loved to have gotten all of those, but right now it's higher priority I get them back so they get their resources back up a bit. So they don't die. There's 2 bits of water in there. You go ahead and drink one of them, because you're gonna be sitting here upset the whole time otherwise. Can you cook any of what we're getting? No. I need some eggs, and I don't have them. Keep researching stuff, then. Let's get a water barrel. Because hopefully I can... Of course, you know, the rain collector's not available in the demo. The rain collector would have solved all of my problems. That's totally what I'm gonna blame now. Not my fault, it's demo problems, yes. Not just my poor leadership, no. You've done a lot of the work, so you go get that. You get over here, you eat that. And then a bunch of these, and your thirst will be okay long enough for water to reappear in there. Like, I'm feathering their meters as best I can. What are you fucking doing? No. Drink, stupid. There you go. Now you can go eat. You get the fish because you worked for it. And now the water is here as well, so you'll be fine. Now we can send them off to go collect enough to fix this properly now. We know of a food box over here. And then hopefully we'll find some more stuff otherwise. Ooh, there's like a shell or... Oh no, that's a seagull nest. That'll really solve our problems. You go salvage that. You go rob the seagulls. Let's go. The day is saved, thanks to the seagulls. And the fact that they don't guard their nests. You just chill up there, because I can't have you help her do that, because you guys don't know how to work together. Yeah, we're gonna get a bunch of eggs. So what I'm gonna do is actually have Rhea cook the eggs. Yeah, you've basically sucked all you can. Oh, I don't have any reeds to use as sticks, though. God damn it. I do appreciate that they're smart enough to get on the raft if they're on their own. Like, I don't have to tell them, hey, maybe get on the raft so you're not just swimming there next to the raft. No, I for some reason was thinking when the sharks migrated that they, like, migrated to other tiles entirely. Because that made sense in my head, and it does make sense. It just may not have made as much sense as I thought. Go ahead and salvage all of that. You go ahead and sail away for the moment. See if you can find other things to grab. Because he's going to be busy for a little bit doing that. I suddenly need to be, like, way more efficient with my moves here. All because I've made silly mistakes. Water barrel's done. These up. Yeah, but he's gonna be over there for a while. Not gonna worry about grabbing any of that. It's not gonna solve anything for us right now. We're gonna come back for that later, don't get me wrong. Oh, there's an eat prompt for the seaweed, it just wasn't an eat prompt for the coconut. Okay, he's making good headway there, and now Rhea can cook the stuff. We'll cook all those eggs. Yeah, I know, you're starving, Rook. It's okay. I assure you, you will live. You will not necessarily be happy with the way you're living, but you will in fact live. We'll pick him up with the raft, because he's not going to have a ton of spare time once he finishes harvesting that. Okay, the cooking's done. Oh good, we also got extra reeds there. Perfect. It's all working according to my cunning scheme. Home again, home again. Yeah, nobody gained resolve because everybody's been real upset. Which makes nothing but sense with how I've been handling things the last 2 days. The last couple days have not been great for them. But it will work out. Everything's gonna be okay. I had intended on, like, doing enough to finish the demo, but there's clearly enough demo here that I'm not gonna be able to finish it at the current pace. Especially if I'm playing like this. Oh yeah, he's exhausted and hungry. Egg and fish for you. You get rewarded. You get an egg as well. And then you'll eat a few of those to finish you off. You cooked the eggs, so you of course get an egg. And then a couple of the reeds you picked up. This way, everybody's hunger will be good for a bit. And we can start actually getting this under control. We're like behind the curve still, but we'll be able to start sorting this out here soon. You give me your shovel. You take the shovel, dig that up while you're waiting for things to happen. I had this whole scheme with the food smasher and everything too, and then that's all gone to pieces. Yeah, I guess we can research a standing torch as well. We did not end up seeing what we need for this. Stone blocks. You know what? That's not gonna happen. Because we don't know how to make stone blocks. The tree! The tree has returned! You've got the axe, so as soon as you're rested enough, we'll have you cut the tree down. It's all coming up perfectly fine now. All it took was me realizing, hey, I should actually explore my surroundings more. I'm pretty sure it even told me to sail around more with the raft, and I just skimmed over that because I'm trying to do too many things at once. Just make a bunch of ropes so I stop having to worry about that as much. And then we'll see if we can make any fish traps actually work. Though based on the lack of fish nearby, I'm pretty sure I have to actually like place them somewhere specific. Oh, there's an island over there with reeds on it though, so we can go hit that too. I'll have you just go out on the raft by yourself. We're not going to be looking for salvage, so he can continue to do his thing. Because if all she's doing is coming out here and getting the beach reeds, anybody can do that. Just gonna be a matter of whether she can get it done before the island sinks. And she harvests pretty fast, so she should be able to get it done. Or at least get a good amount of it done before it sinks. This really does have, like, a nice little bit of extra to your usual colony management. Because you have to manage, like, the sinking islands and things like that. Ooh. There's just a science capsule just chilling out here, apparently. That'll help. What do we got? Blueprint 031. You prior... Yep, that's the same message, though it looks like it's half of that blueprint, so I don't think we can actually use it yet. Yeah, and a lot of colony builders, you can just, like, set out the bounds of your colony pretty fast. Just, like, build into a mountain, rip a hole in something, take over an existing bit of structure or something. This one limits you a little harder, so you have a bit more work to do to figure out something. Which definitely leads to some interesting challenges. It would not necessarily be for everybody on that front, but I do think it's got its value there. The fire went out, that's fine. Couldn't bring the thing back. And then again, it says should be placed near fish circles. Maybe if we just place one here, it'll still do something. Even without a fish circle there, maybe it'll just be, like, super inefficient. Just sitting there. We'll give it a try. Worst case, it doesn't do anything. But I need to do whatever I can to try to get us out of the loop we're in right now. Go ahead and get you some water. Yeah, I know, you need to go, but unfortunately you're not going anywhere. You have a bit more food in you. You need water as well. So do you. There's not enough water for everybody. Rhea keeps ending up being the one who doesn't get the water, and I do feel bad about that a little bit, but at the same time, she's the least important member of the team in that regard. Because without Lana, the boat doesn't go very well. And without Rook, the salvaging doesn't really happen. Because neither of the other two can salvage. Take him over there so that he can do his thing. Now, admittedly, without Rhea, the research also wouldn't have happened. And yeah, see, we need one more blueprint fragment to unlock that one. I mean, we could get a waste bin, but that's just, like, the lowest of low priorities right now. Wait, we can make the solar still. Make the solar still. Solve the water problem. And have her keep exploring around and then come back to pick him up when he's done. bunch of things all triggered at once because they were behind the solar still, it looks like. Okay, he'll be done harvesting. Yeah, now. Bring the boat back for him. We're not going to go for that one because there's a shark on it, but there's these two here we can go grab. Rare resource found mackerel. Okay, so the fish trap is working. Sweet. It's a little overhydrated, one could say. Okay, yeah, very slow. No fishing in the spot nearby. But that means, though, if I put a second one down, we'll still get fish. It just won't be fish fast, and that's fine. Any amount of fish coming in will still make our lives way better. I know you're not as good at it, but do it anyway. We need to speed that up. Which I forgot, I have Lana not able to research, not that she's not able to salvage. For some reason I thought both of them couldn't salvage. It's only Rhea that can't salvage. You're not as good at it, and he's done with his already, so let him finish that. Since he's starving again, let's come on home quickly. A way for them to carry food and drink with them as I'm sailing them around out here would also be very helpful, so we stop having to come back all the time. But there is a way to do that. I just need a raft dock, which needs advanced research, because then I can put a food chest on the raft. And that'll solve that problem. Like, there's solutions to most of the problems I think I'm having. I just don't have access to them yet, or access to them in the demo, depending on which solutions we're talking about. You go ahead and eat. Don't eat the raw mackerel, though. That wouldn't be good for you. Eat those for the moment. You're dehydrated again, but there's just nothing I can really do about that for you at the moment. Wouldn't cook the mackerel. Gee, I wonder why it would be hot where you are. Is it because you're cooking food, stupid? Yeah, for some reason I thought they would automatically fill the solar still, but I think because they went to go research, they didn't even consider the idea of filling the still, and since nobody else was there, it didn't happen. Yeah, we still haven't sorted out the toilet thing, so you're just gonna have to accept that into your life again. Now you're dehydrated, sad face. What a shame. Things you will also have to get over right now until the still is done. I guess you could eat some of these reeds to stop being turbo dehydrated for a moment. And pooped yourself again. What a shame. Oh, they're going out to harvest the fish, I think. I guess there's more fish in there. Yeah, there's a mackerel in each of them. That, you know, for it being very slow, that's still fast enough that that'll keep their hunger actually pretty well sorted. How these things get magically put into storage is still beyond me. I know you're exhausted, but we only have 2 beds, so you're either gonna have to bunk up with somebody or wait your turn. Clean water's almost ready. She's gonna go research even though she's exhausted. Incredible. The commitment is commendable, but go drink first. At the very least, get some water in you so you don't die. Which, nobody's been in danger of dying. Like, their health meter has never really gone low fast or anything. It's just, they've been kind of upset. Go ahead and get that cooked. That'll be more than enough mackerel to keep us going here. Everybody's gonna be upset because of all the waste everywhere too, but we'll sort that out as we get other things under control here. And eat you a mackerel, have some of that. That'll keep you happy for a little while. Yeah, the only thing about those small fish traps that I need to pay attention to is the fact that they only have a little bit of space. They can't fit a ton of fish in them. Go ahead and get some more salt water in there, since it's not at full capacity. Because he doesn't have anything else to do at the second. Oh, it's got a fish in there already, which means the other one should get one again soon? Question mark? Though this one was the first one put down. So that's interesting. Do I have enough to make more ropes? I do. Let's make a bunch more rope and make more fish traps. Because if we just throw a bunch of fish traps around, we should catch enough fish to keep us okay. It's not going to be ideal. None of this is ideal, considering, you know, they're out in the middle of the ocean because everything started sinking. For question mark reasons. We never did get established answers for why the world sank yet, but I assume that'll be in the full version. And I don't know if it's coming in early access first, or if it's going to release. This is currently in coming soon. It's not, like, got a release date yet. Would have liked to have gotten into the bunker to show that off, but I don't even know if you get into the bunker in the demo. Go sort it out on that. Go ahead and eat those because you're good on thirst right now. And then you'll balance it out with a couple of those, so your hunger will be nice and high for a little bit. You go ahead and drink the dirty water because everybody here can drink dirty water and be fine. Hey, Nemo. Oh, yeah, how you doing? We're just trying to keep this colony alive here. With, you know, mixed results. As usual.
Hello there.
You go ahead and get something to eat too. So we don't have enough prepared for you to eat as well as I would like you to. This is the fuel and the fire has run out. Oh, he's gonna go get more fish. Interesting how this fish trap's doing better than the other one. Oh, time to get those other fish traps out, though. 4 fish traps at the pace these have been going should get them enough food to keep them pretty well. Like, we were already getting close to doing decent with 2. Though this one's just not been producing at all anymore, so I'm wondering if there is a diminishing return on having too many fish traps near each other. It would make sense if there was a diminishing return. I just don't have information on that yet. And it being a demo, there may not be information available for that. You go ahead and take a nap before you go anywhere. Ditto with you. Then you get back to researching. Go ahead and research, I guess, this one. Whatever the survival upgrades do. At least the water situation is actually better handled now. by having 6 water available on a good day instead of 3. We have the resources for a water barrel. No, I need 3 more planks and 1 more rope. So 1, 2, 3. Look at all of this wood we have when I was, like, scraping by on wood earlier because I didn't know how to reach out and go get things properly. The things you learn when you actually pay attention to what you're doing. Once these 2 are done sleeping, we'll head out, put into the field again. Probably head this way because there's whatever this is sitting over here as well. Which may solve the mystery of why things didn't make sense. Because that's been sitting there the whole time, I think, and I just never realized I could reach it because I tried to click on it and nothing happened. So I was like, oh, I guess that's either just not a thing yet or... Oh, there's a fishing spot right there. God damn it. It's fine. Everything is fine. Let's just have you go out by yourself in the raft because he's gonna do the crafting. I was gonna have Rhea do the crafting, but she's already run off to do her research like she's supposed to, but... So, it's all perfectly fine. Assuming this isn't a salvage target. Nope, it's an examine, so yeah, she can go ahead and do that. Oh, I need a code for that. Never mind, we're not doing anything with that right now. We need to find the keypad code first. I feel less bad about not having investigated that immediately now. Ooh, another seagull nest to raid. Give egg. I feel bad stealing all of the eggs because that's gonna, you know, really badly hurt the seagull population around here. Which also hurts me directly, but it's fine. As needs must and all that. You go ahead and finish harvesting those. You know what? You may as well go ahead and harvest that box while you're here. I'm not gonna have him come all the way out here just to harvest a 1 food item box. We may actually have enough to send somebody out on an expedition soon. You, however, have enough to make that water barrel. So we'll then put it right next to the water producer. Well, one of the water producers, because I assume I can move dirty water into there too, probably. But it'll probably be smarter to put all the clean water in there, even though everybody can drink dirty water. Not everybody will pick up over time, will be able to drink dirty water. Not that we're gonna get to that point, admittedly, because I'm probably going to be wrapping up before too awful long. Because we are approaching the 4-hour mark where I said I was going to stop. But due to the slight errors I've made, I do want to do a little bit more with this just to get the proper results here. I would not want the people that have graciously granted me this code to feel shortchanged. Which, while I'm waiting for things to happen, there is the page for the demo in case you're interested. Oh, we finally actually have the seagulls fighting back. Take the egg, and the seagull too. Survival doesn't judge. I can't, unfortunately. We'll go ahead and leave that egg alone. We're actually doing okay, and I don't want her taking pointless damage. We just get 1 less egg from that nest, and that's fine. We've actually gotten a bunch of eggs already. And again, this way we don't wipe the population out as much. Like, I can't say leaving 1 egg saves the population, but It definitely makes it a little less of an issue. Okay, he did automatically fill that out. And get those eggs cooked. Mackerel cooked. The berries cooked. Look at that. Look at all of the actual food they're going to have. We are a stable, functioning society, sort of. Collect the water into the barrel. Oh, now we can make driftwood tea. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you needed to have actual water collected before it'll be like, yeah, you could make things out of the water, which it did say that. That doesn't mean I have to be happy about it. Nobody ever said I had to accept the reality I live in. And now we can actually get people's food meters high up instead of keeping them in the yellow just to keep them alive. And we'll obviously be prioritizing having them drink the dirty water because they can, so that they don't have to dip into the clean water that'll be used to make other things. Let's see, driftwood tea needs... Okay, that actually heals dysentery and food poisoning as well, and that's really good thirst out of that. So apparently they hate it. Oh, right, because settles the stomach, offends the tongue. You know what? I can understand that. Medicine usually is not something people are happy about taking. Even if it's important. Do I have enough for another fish trap? I do. Fish have not migrated yet, so let's take advantage of the fact that they're still there. Oh, you've taken over the cooking, though, instead of doing the thing I told you to. It's fine. Go ahead and eat some fish. You done? Okay, you're having a drink. I would have preferred you didn't do that, but the seagull stole the water before you could go get it, so that's understandable. You go swim over there. You're going to swim for a while, but it's fine. The fish we get from that'll be worth it. I could have had him grab the boat, but by the time he grabbed the boat and started getting it around there and over, it probably would have been about the same amount of time. And he's used to swimming when I tell him to, because I've told him to swim to a lot of stupid places. There we go. Yeah, that should get fish at a pretty high rate. It's gonna suck a little bit for people to go collect from it, is the only problem, but it's still good for us to have. We look at our food storage now. We actually have 5 uncooked fish, a couple cooked things here and there. Like, it's actually building up. We're not actually in a constant survival state right now. Go ahead and get all that fish cooked. So we're going to be waiting for him to sleep anyway, before they go on any other trips, she may as well do some cooking. Literally, we are almost like in an infinite loop of having to cook these fish as we get them, because I'm getting so many fish in now. It's a good problem to have. Yep, that one's already got 1 fish in it. So when I have them get on the boat, I'll probably have them swing out there and hit that before they go anywhere too far. Do we have resources enough to send somebody scouting, though? Because if we have the resources to send somebody scouting, I'm obviously going to send them scouting. Okay, 1 piece of water is 100 thirst, so we don't need to send them with that. Except I don't have enough thirst otherwise, so no, I do probably need to send them with that. Also, literally, like, 1 berry is enough to send them out. Okay, okay. So let's collect a little bit more water first, and then we can do that then. Rook is being assaulted by a crab. He's fine. Go ahead and collect the water rather than worrying about collecting the fish. We don't need to grab every fish as they appear. It's okay. I say as she goes and collects the fish again anyway. As soon as Lana wakes up, we'll send her off to do some scouting so you guys get to see what an expedition looks like before we wrap this up. Once I show off the expedition, we'll probably, like, maybe wrap at the half-hour mark from there or something. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. One way or the other, I don't want y'all to end up stuck with, like, an ad or something as we get ready to head out either, 'cause that's never any fun. Yeah, you're fine. You can go ahead and go off on an adventure. We shouldn't need to send more than one person. I don't see any issue there. Ooh, yeah, we get a speed bonus from being east wind as well. Perfect. You have way more water than you need, and you'll take one berry with you, because that's all the food you'll need. Off you go. Do the thing. Means Lana's not going to be available for a bit, but that's okay. Oh, I see. That's why the canoe looked a little weird. It comes with its own little floating dock. Okay. So it has a place to return to. This does mean that Rook's not going to have Lana to chauffeur him around to go collect scrap and such, but that's okay. Lana's traveling, we got light rain, so our fuel costs are up, but that's okay. Once he collects that fish, go ahead and grab the boat and go collect the other two fish over here. That way they can continue collecting. Though, looking at it, yeah, the fish have left. I should have been more proactive about that because that fish spot wasn't going to last forever. And we knew that. They've moved over there. I need to see if I can... Yeah, I can dismantle it, so that'll be fine. We'll dismantle it and then move it over there. Actually, no. I'll just dismantle it. I won't worry about chasing after the fish spawns, because we have a decent bit of food on hand right now. I would only need to do that if I had plenty of time on my hands to do that with. Or a significant food need. I don't have a significant food need anymore, so... We're pretty good right now. We're pretty good. You go ahead and dedicate your life to cooking for a moment here. You're done doing that, so go ahead and hop in the boat, and we'll have you go on a salvage run while we're waiting for things to happen. He's gonna get hungry before he gets too awful far, but I'm also not gonna have him go that far. There we go, she's arrived in Sector E4. She'll be done scouting it before too awful long. To think, I spent like 20 or 30 minutes sitting there just like, yep, I'm just waiting for things to happen. Not realizing I had so many other things I could be doing at the same time. And I easily could have turned the speed back down while I was having them run around doing stuff, but this is completely controllable even at max speed, so it's fine. In this way, as much as physically possible can happen in the time frame we're doing all of this. Another seagull nest. Let's not go harassing too many more seagull nests right now, though. We'll just keep in mind that it's over there. It'd be funny if you could, like, bury the bed in sand and you have to actually get rid of the sand for him to... Oh, that's actually training taming when they pull the fish out of the traps. Interesting. That's good information to have for the future. Assuming taming ever ends up being something we end up being able to do. Which right now it isn't going to be. I can tell you that one right now. Oh, pretty safely. You need to start using the keyboard to move the camera around. Scrolling with the middle mouse is just not cutting it anymore. Why are you doing that while you're hungry? Eat, damn it. Get your thirst sorted out while you're in there. I know there's dirty water, but convenience. We're reaching a point where I don't actually have to be so particular about that. You go ahead and have some dirty water. This is also full of clean water that nobody's been collecting. Nope. Collect the water so it's not wasting time. Scouting is almost done. We need to make a toilet at some point. The toilet's been something I've been, like, disregarding. Because it really doesn't matter. It upsets them a little bit and then they get over it. So I've just not been worrying about it. In terms of making everybody much happier, it would be better to have the toilet because they wouldn't be making a mess all over the island. But it seems like the waste kind of gets sorted out over time anyway. So it's not really a big deal. Now, I assume there's gonna be a return trip involved here after the scouting's done. Yep, returning in 6 hours. Great, you've got a raft and a destination. It's time to prep for your first expedition. Open the map and select a sector with the expedition marker. Pick your characters, raft, provisions, and cargo. You'll be notified when your crew arrives. Then it's your turn to take control of the expedition. But we're gonna wait for Lana to come back with the scout canoe because she's gonna be the one driving the boat for the expedition. Because she's the only one with any good navigation skills on this team. We could go fetch the survivor we found too, though. This way there's more than one person at home to make sure things keep running smoothly. It's not a bad idea. You know what? Rook, go sleep. Yeah, actually, Rhea needs to sleep too. So both of you sleep, and then in the morning, we'll have one of you go run off to go get that survivor. Because we have plenty of food and water to give him now, so he'll be more than happy to join our team, I'm sure. Considering his main complaint about his old group was that they wouldn't share. I forgot to dismantle that, huh? Oh well. It's still generating fish. It's fine. It's not like it's suddenly become useless. It just isn't generating much. As much. I could build another crafting table as well now that I've got so many extra resources, but it's, again, not really something I'm going to worry about right now. Still traveling. Yep, you go grab the boat, Rook, and you're gonna be the spokesman to go get our new friend. Because Lana's probably gonna need to do some stuff before she's ready for the expedition anyway, because I would assume her meters are gonna be damaged. No, actually, she somehow rested on the journey. She actually came back with more sleep than I think she left with, which is fascinating. I'm gonna eat a berry and a fish. Have some water so your meters are all full. He's gonna get there eventually. I know, they do paddle the boat at the same speed, so I guess I shouldn't have bothered having Lana focusing on driving the boat then. It didn't actually matter. Oh, I need Science 5 to do the brilliant banter. God damn it. And apparently I need those specific foods. God damn it. Hang on. Nope. Don't leave the boat, you fool. I don't even know if Rhea has Science 5 yet. Is your science high enough? It is. It is actually just high enough. Okay. So we'll have Rhea go talk to him instead. In hindsight, having the smart one go talk to him made sense. It's fine. I've kind of just had Rook do all of the odd jobs, which is why he ended up being the one who was gonna go talk to the weird guy who's just apparently able to swim forever in one spot. Alright, Rhea, off you go. We'll have a chat with the weird floaty man. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. He's not gonna backstab us or anything. There's some clean water in there. Collect the water, replace the water. Like, aside from a couple things not really being automated, this colony really is running like a fine-oiled machine. There we go. We now have Quinn. I swear it said Marcus when it was in the dialogue. Maybe he's like Marcus Quinn? I don't know. What can you do, bud? Absolutely nothing. You have no skills. Is it too late to throw him overboard? Well, I guess we've got somebody else to do all of the menial tasks that Rook was doing, so he can do literally anything else. Which will work out perfectly, because Rook and Lana will probably be the ones who go off on the expedition anyway. Alright, you run around and do all of the basic tasks and things that the others don't want to do anymore, or because they have better things to do with their lives. Starting with a lot of cooking. A lot of cooking. I hope you like the smell of cooking fish, because you're going to be doing that until you forget what anything else is. Good luck. You might need it. Meanwhile, it's time for the expedition. I am sending the one who has an axe. Primary resources are the same things we have everywhere else, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. I just wanted to make sure that they at least have an axe because I see trees. Provisions. One bit of clean water will be enough. I'm giving them extra food because I assume they're going to need the food while they're out there. Cargo. Bring some wood with you. Well, actually, no, you can cut wood down there. I don't know what cargo I should send them with. Yeah, no cargo required. Off you go. They'll arrive in 10 hours. Meanwhile, Rhea is stuck on the island with her new friend. The least useful man they could have found. It really is kind of disappointing, the man she found, but you know what? This is island life. You can't really be picky. But with an extra mouth to feed, though, the water situation might actually become a problem again. The food situation isn't going to become a problem. The water situation may get a little sketchy. Can I make a second solar still? I need 1 rope and then I can. 2 solar stills should make the water situation absolutely a non-issue. It's not to say that it's an issue right now, really. But, you know. Bed hedging and all that. I would not enjoy being on this island. 1, because I'm not exactly a fan of being on the water to begin with, and I also don't like seafood. So our only food source being fish would be extra upsetting. Like, it would just be extra layers on top of being already unhappy having to sail around and deal with all this nonsense. Being stranded on the island actually might be the least upsetting part about all of that. And I don't know how to feel about that as a concept. Because, like, about the only seafood I'll eat is, like, shrimp or crab. Actual fish, just, nah. Ain't for me. Not my thing. I saw that that was supposed to be a smiley face while he was resting there, but it only had 1 eye. He's clearly got 2 eyes. Why did his smiley face only have 1 eye? Who poked out the eye of his smiley face? Who hurt you? Might be profoundly awkward with them sitting here. Also, this needs to be repaired. Oh, that's what the patch kits are for. Okay. Unless I can just have them... Okay, they repair it without the patch kit, but it needs a worker to repair it. Whereas if you use the patch kit, it just does. Okay. It's just a matter of they have to take extra time to repair it then. Okay. That's absolutely fine. Go repair your research bench. Expeditions. Gather resources to take back to your colony. Find unique items and maybe even survivors to recruit. Expeditions can have multiple islands. Some may be submerged and need to be resurfaced. Resources collected in an expedition stay at that location. Bring resources home with your raft's cargo storage. Larger rafts can carry more. Time keeps ticking in all sectors, even during an expedition. Switch between your home colony and expeditions whenever you like. Use the return home button to send your crew home. That's about what I figured, is that they were gonna have to both be active at the same time. And, like, this is a big area. Ooh, we got the float regulator. Okay. Let me pause time for a second and get an idea how big this section is. It seems like it's about as big as our home area. Like, it's got a lot of space. Is to find things. There's an island. Because you can see the trees sticking up through the fog of war. So I think that's going to be our first port of call, is head over there as soon as Rook gets back on the boat. There's a lot of the, like, regular salvage and such we don't really need to worry too much about. Anything that might be on the islands, though, definitely more worth our while. Now, I'm assuming even a larger island like that, though, might sink. Wait, speaking of worth our while... Knowledge! Hey, it's the other piece of the blueprint in 031, the seesaw float. I guess that'll be for getting islands raised up, perhaps? What do these things do? Rude early design of a float tech island buoyancy float, often referred to as the barely float. At least it's cheap and fast to make. Yeah, it raises buoyancy. And float regulator must be placed at an island port. Okay. Ooh. Oh, the island's already shaken. Ah, 0572. Would that be the keypad code? Yep, that's the keypad code. And there's free water here at least, so that's good. Ooh, there's another thing. We found a float tech credit. Okay, I don't know why I'd want float tech credits. I assume there's gonna be a shop of some kind to interact with at some point. Everybody off the island. I would love to like harvest the trees and everything here, but we have plenty of wood, and we can get more wood in many places. Not a priority. I would rather explore here more in the immediate. Like, if I was going for, like, long, sustained gameplay, I would absolutely harvest every single thing I could there. But right now, I'm just, like, flying through, seeing what can spawn on these islands, what kind of interesting things we can interact with. This way you guys get a nice sample of everything. Why float when you can sink? That doesn't seem ideal. Okay, it looks like most of these are just gonna have credits in them now. We can get another rock, though. Now, we've already proven that people don't get hurt when an island that they're on sinks, but it would still be better if they didn't stay on the island until it sank. What's going on over here? Oh, that's a sunken island. That's what the float regulators are for, okay. Neat. We really can't do that right now, because we don't have the resources with us to do that, and I don't feel like harvesting them to do that, but there's your proof of how the float regulators will work, is you place them on there and they do the thing. Lift the thing up to the surface. Oh, actually, a float regulator is real cheap. Never mind. You can actually do that. Obviously, we're not going to bring the raft all the way over there, but we'll bring it a bit closer. I wonder if we'll get anything interesting out of the sunken island, or if it's going to just be the same things that other islands have. I guess, yeah, they need to build a food crate of their own here. Charge and stay. Just got a foot pedal that's gonna lift an entire island up. Meanwhile, she's just chilling there like, yeah, he's just sitting there pedaling away. Huh. Really sucks that he's gotta deal with that by himself, huh? And anybody could, like, help him, but I could just sit here on the boat. I'm assuming it's gonna have to fill that meter there before the island lifts up. But we'll probably do that, send them home, get everything settled, and then we'll wrap up for the day. Yeah, the nice 4.5 hour mark. This got a little extra time compared to the other game, but this also was going to take more time. That just makes sense because of the nature of the genre this is in. Yep, there we go. Yeah, nothing too interesting here, but I can have her go grab the stuff while he keeps the island afloat. Because there's some sharp rocks here, which will be nice to have. Because that means we can actually make other tools. Because that's been one of our biggest holdbacks, is not having rocks. Which sounds stupid, but it's true. Okay, those are the only things we really wanted off of that, so off you go. I could dismantle that, but it really doesn't take anything too vital. Like, the most vital thing really was the... words. Oh, it's weight-based, not item-based. Okay, I could have brought more stuff home, but it's fine. Go home. They'll be back in 10 hours. What was I trying to get at? Yeah, I could have brought the extra rock back out of the float regulator, for example, and I could have went and grabbed a bunch more rocks and things to fill out the weight more. But point being, you have an example of how an expedition works now. Not that any of that's particularly shocking. It's all pretty self-explanatory. Send people out on boat. Put things on boat. Bring boat home. And when done, sending people on boat. Thankfully, things here have been, like, humming along without me needing to interact with it. Not that we were even gone that long, so since they had their meters in reasonably good shape, they weren't going to be at any risk of having any problems anyway. Oh wow, water storage is actually full. Look at that. We'll also do the keypad code, because we have it, so why not? Assume the... Yeah. I was gonna say, I assume my notes will have it. 0572. In fact, why don't we just have you do that while we're waiting for the others to get back? It'll take you a bit of swimming, but it's fine. You could use the exercise standing there behind your research desk all the time. Oh! There's an island. Go ahead and dismantle that, because that's going to be in the way, because it keeps screaming about obstacle detected, obstacle detected, obstacle detected. Oh no, obstacle detected. But I guess that'll be a way to expand our ground. Oh neat, and it's a different biome too. Neat. Look at that, we get other resources now, because we have Everwood. And we get the fuse we needed. We have our own natural berry bushes. We get a balloon float to keep the island from sinking immediately. Look at this. Look at this. Everything's great. I guess we'll enter the hatch too then, since we have the fuse. She's getting real hungry with me having her do all this though, so let me go ahead and feed her first. Not like it'll take long. This way you'll all get a peek at what's down below as well. Nope, nope. I know you need to poop, but you ain't doing that right now. Put that in there. Do the thing. And you know what? We will send the sacrificial lamb Quinn into the bunker first, as he matters the least out of them. Island Bunker 421. Ooh, there's a pickaxe. And some copper. Need the right key card. Okay, so we're not getting very far anyway. Anchor subsystem. You're saying that I can make the island move. Neat. Stop using the storage room on level 5. Level is prone to flooding and has safety lockdowns. A bunch of entries is by a Ron Thompson. Weather glitch. Blit, 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 blit. Yeah, it's not like we're getting any further in, so even I'm getting the cliffhanger there. What an interesting turn of events. Who would have thought there was a way inside the islands? Just imagine the secrets other islands may be hiding. We need to send an expedition to track down the access card mentioned in the terminal logs. With it, we can dig deeper into this island bunker, and who knows how far down it goes. Oh, that works perfectly. That's the end of the demo. Aha! Let's see, what else we could have done that I might not have done. I did recruit the floating survivor. I didn't defeat the shark, but I did make a prepared meal. We could have researched all of the other things, but it's fine. Apparently it is possible to upgrade your research. But either way, I will go ahead and prompt the bot about the page one more time, in case anybody popped in later on and missed it, and we will find us a raid target. This way I'm not on too late, considering we are going to be doing more abiotic with Mel tomorrow. We'll be finally back to that. I for one, am excited to be going back to it. I don't know how quickly we'll get back into the swing of things, but my intent, at least, is that we dive back in and genuinely just jump back forward as quick as we can, because I want to see the new stuff, but I'm also not going to rush anything. If we need a little bit of time to get our act together, we need a little bit of time to get our act together. It has been a couple weeks, after all. Other than that, Saturday is actually going to be short run Saturday, because the collab I was going to be doing got postponed again, because there's just been little issues here and there. Well, I shouldn't say postponed again, because it wasn't postponed the first time. That was me making a mistake the first time, but either way. It is not happening this week now. It is tentatively, like, later on this month. There's been a lot of scheduling work that'll have to do. That'll have to be done, rather. I don't have to do any of that. I'm not the one running it. I have already put in my part of the scheduling to sort out. One obvious thing I can guarantee y'all I'll be doing soon is, since Shape of Dreams came out, I'm going to be covering that here soon as well. That'll be as soon as possible. I'll probably still do Dark Alliance 2 at a minimum Monday. I may actually shift Tuesday over depending on how Dark Alliance 2 goes. If it feels like I'll finish it up, if I do it Monday and Tuesday, we'll do it Monday and Tuesday. If it doesn't feel like it'll end on Tuesday, I may just bump it so that I can get Shape of Dreams in quicker. That should tell you how much I want to get to that. Because otherwise, we'll probably get to it Thursday, which is also fine. I may make an effort to try to get people to join me on that Thursday for that, and then next Friday we'll of course continue Abiotic, and then next Saturday will be one more short run Saturday, though I may actually not run a short run Saturday, because not this week coming up, but the week after will be the next clearathon. I have committed to that because I had initially intended to do it next week, but I realized I didn't have enough planning time, so I'm gonna kick it to the week after. We're gonna run it as long during that week as y'all manage to make it run for, and then we will go from there. That's basically the plan for the next 2 weeks. It feels weird having a plan for the week after. I have 2 weeks of schedule now. I don't know what to do with myself with information like that. And if you think that's a joke, that's actually only partially a joke. This is weird for me to have a schedule that far in advance. I could... No. Trying to avoid people that are playing Silk Song, so we won't go there today. And it's not that I have anything against Silk Song, it's just I still haven't plated it all myself, and I don't want to adjust my view of it based on what other people think before I've touched it at all. Because it ended up getting bumped in my priority a bunch because of how I felt about Hollow Knight to begin with, so it just never got top billing in my brain to go for. So it just hasn't happened yet. I may even get to it sometime in the next couple days. I have fairly certainly put it into the I'm not going to stream it category, though. Because if I was going to stream it, I would have streamed it day one. If I was going to do a sampling on it, because the backseating on that has apparently become disgusting. Like, I keep hearing about issues with that left and right, so I'm just not going to deal with it. I'm just cutting that one off right now. Just nah. Not gonna make that my problem. As y'all know, I already have a fairly stringent no backseating policy. There would be people breaking that left and right based on the way it's been sounding lately for that. And I don't want to have to sit there and keep banning people. Like, there's a part of my mind that is that gets satisfaction out of hurling stupid and annoying people out of a chat, but it stops being fun after the, like, 5th or 6th one the same day. Is the full game out? Hang on. Not related to what we're doing, related to someone I might be raiding into. No, that isn't out. Okay. They're just doing more with the demo. Okay. Makes sense. It's coming out soon, though. I need to keep some money aside, potentially, to make that happen, then. Depending on what other option I decide on, I may send us there again anyway. How long has it been? I don't think it's been a month. It may have been a month already. No, I have rated them twice in the past month, actually, so no. As much as I like them, we are not going to send another raid there right now. However, maybe. How far in are you? Because I know you started earlier. Oh, actually, you're not that far in for the day. That's a significant possibility, then. Let me see if I can find a second choice, though, so I can flip a coin or something, so I don't have to fully make the decision. Because you know how much I can be very indecisive, so it will be easier on my brain if I just go, okay, well, the coin made the final decision. I do not have responsibility for the final step. That is a joke, by the way. That is not actually the entire intent there. You know what? That actually kind of works. Yeah, we'll choose between those two. Where we land is where we land. Okay, second choice it is, which means we'll go see Iris. Makes it easy. Yeah, because Iris is also not super far in. So, we've already talked schedule and everything. I'm not going to go over all that again right now. So, thank you all so much for taking the time to be here. Sorry it was a little scuffy at first, you know, technical difficulties and all that. We deal with those on the regular. I will see you all tomorrow. Go for some abiotic with Mel. Be good to Iris, she's good people. And wish you all a good night. Bye.